Hello, my name is Larry Hewitt. I live in Tabor City, North Carolina, which is in Columbus County. I am an artist. Art is my passion. Here are some of the pieces that I did. I enjoy doing watercolor, and I really love doing ceramic sculpture like these. And as you can guess, I'm also an art instructor. Now, even though I'm single, I have a son who lives in Ghana. And Ghana, as you can see, is on the west coast of Africa. He lives in the capital, which is Accra, right there. Ghana is an absolutely beautiful place, and you can see that's one of the marketplaces. And let's see if I can enlarge this. Here's some of the people dressed up in their outfits. So it's an awesome place. I've been there 3 times for a period of about 8 weeks. Okay, I mentioned that I was a teacher. This is the school where I teach, West Columbus High School, also in Columbus County. I've been there for 10 years, and I've loved it. I've really enjoyed it. But I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or what. I have worked in art long enough now that I'm ready for another challenge, and this is what I would love to do. I would love to work with AIG students, so that's why I'm taking these courses. The 5 words that describe what differentiation means to me are modified, challenging, motivated, proactive, and engaged. My 2 favorite websites related to differentiating instruction deal with art and technology. The first one is Differentiated Instruction in High School Visual Arts. I like it because it deals with high school visual art. It contains such topics as guidelines, models, sample lessons, which are very good, different types of assessment, objectives and standards, and then it has links to more sites with more lesson plans and things pertaining specifically to high school visual art. The second one that I like deals with differentiated instruction using technology. There's no other teacher at my school that uses technology more than I do. So I'm always trying to find ways to integrate technology into my curriculum, and this can also be done as far as differentiated instruction. This website deals with technology resources, which I'm always looking for, collaborative planning, content areas, the different subjects, and enhancing learning with technology. They're both excellent websites. The next part of this assignment is to give 3 examples of differentiated instruction related to AIG students. So since I'm an art instructor, these are going to be art projects that my students were assigned. The first one is a project about drawing storyboards. The regular learners are divided into groups of 2 or 3 students, and they actually write a story together, anything that they want, and then, as if they were going to make a movie about this, they have to do a storyboard about what's going on with each writing that they have below it. So it's good as far as organizational skills and a good collaborative project. Alright, the gifted learners do something completely different. I have them go online and they choose 5 photographs. They don't know why. It could be any photographs. This particular team chose this one first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Okay, once they choose those are the 5 prompts for their story that they have to write. They can't rearrange them. They have to keep them in that order. And this group wrote a story, and it was a really, really awesome story. In fact, I have the web address here. I had them record it on Screencast-O-Matic, so if you want to hear it, check this web address. This next assignment is the basics of portraiture. The regular learners do the basics of portraiture. They realize that the head is oval-shaped if you divide it horizontally. That's the eye line. Divide it vertically, that's the nose line. The nose is halfway from the eyes to the chin. The bottom of the nose is equal to the bottom of the ear, and so forth. And then they do a self-portrait in any medium that they want. Okay, the gifted learner does something different. They also have to do a self-portrait, but they have to do a surrealistic portrait. And in doing so, they have to use one of about 15 operational techniques. If you use any of these operational techniques or a combination of any of them, you will have a surrealistic painting. Now, this particular student did a self-portrait, and if you notice, here she has a bird made out of leaves, like a bush, and that bird is, or the bush is transitioning into doves. So her operational technique was transition. And finally, we have artist reports. The regular learners choose an artist. We go to the computer lab. They do research on the artist and write their report. Okay, the gifted learners do something different again. They do the same kind of report, but in theirs, I require that they include QR codes. QR stands for quick response. These QR codes hyperlink to mixed media. If I look at these QR codes with my cell phone that has a QR reader, this could automatically be hyperlinked to a movie about this, or a video, or an interview of an artist, or a song, whatever. So in fact, what it does, it turns a typewritten paper or report into a multimedia presentation. So this is what the gifted learners do, and they really enjoy it. Okay, next assignment. 2 examples of changes that I've made in teaching AIG students are, first one, the importance of curriculum maps. I really enjoyed doing this during our last course. First of all, I think it's very important coming up with the essential question, and then designing the lessons for the regular student as well as the gifted student. So to me, it's like a visual roadmap almost of how my course or my lesson should go. So I really enjoy it. Secondly, it's student-made videos and tutorials as well as other types of technology. My AIG students are in my regular classroom, so a lot of times they finish early So I got the idea, why not have them create tutorials of what they have just done. They can use flip cameras, they can use websites like Screener or Screencast-O-Matic or whatever. And the good thing about this, I can use these with my regular students as resources for them when they're having problems with doing an assignment. Now if you want to see a really good one, go to this website. One of my students did a tutorial on creating tessellations. And finally, the favorite concept learned since beginning the AIG add-on program has to be differentiated instruction. I enjoy taking a regular lesson and then differentiating it for the AIG students. And like we learned, there are 6 application features for differentiating instruction, and they are acceleration, complexity, depth, challenge, creativity, and abstractness. I will always be using these. So that's it. This is Larry. Goodbye.